Jared Maxwell points to the spot. Ben Hornby kicks off in anticipation of a much better 40 minutes for the home team. Moy starting the second half. After coming off the bench in the first, Mitch Lawgood, another to do that. And here's Hindmarsh. Sando kicks early on the third tackle and kicks towards the northwestern sideline. Morris has to get across quickly and fires a long ball to Nightingale.
I like the mentality from Parramatta, though, to play the Dragons down the other end of the field. And they have to be strong in defence, and they have to do the little basic things well. Work hard from marker, good kick chase, present a line. Make the Dragons work it off their own line.
And what about the confidence from Morris to fire a ball the best part of 25 metres to his winger Nightingale with the defenders advancing. It was a beautiful pass in the end, but
well, it was a risky pass. It didn't need to be made.
Merrin with another of those offloads. They advance only a metre or so, though, before Cameron King was pulled down. Here's Sando completing. To take it, CO. Ben Ikin sideline. What did the coaches have to say at half-time?
Well, from the Parramatta sheds, Stephen Kearney was happy with the defensive effort as the Eels get a good early penalty here. And the guys that I got the message from said, I said, is he happy? He said, well, he's happier than he has been. So he's very content with the way they're defending, wants them to sharpen up a bit in attack, while for the St George Illawarra Dragons, I think it's all about completing sets. Steve Price knows that if his side can hold the ball, play better when they've got it, well, they're every chance of winning.
Release now, release.
He's tackled well by Young and Merrin. Here's Horo. Keating setting it up for Sando. Now Hayne. He puts the brakes on, tries to get back on the inside of Beau Scott, but can't. All good. Two plays left for Parramatta. They scored the first try of the game. Sando just trickles it off the boot into the end goal, and Morris has to have a play. They get a repeat set, the Eels. A good start.
Good control by the Parramatta team. In good field position, kicking early. Sando judged the weight perfectly. The chasers were there. And this is the way you sap the energy out of the Dragons. They would have been speaking about a big start to the second half. And you can take away their energy by making them work off their own try line. This is good work by Parramatta.
So with the goal line drop out, it's Moymore who will wind up and running to Cameron King and Merrin. Paulo. Keating points to the short side, and another penalty to the Eels.
Tap and play on. Play at a fast tempo. They've got the Dragons here. Don't procrastinate. Get on with the job.
Parramatta lead the penalty count 5-4. And they've done what you wanted them to, Laurie Daly, perhaps not as quickly as they might have. Here's Horo. Getting away initially up high, but couldn't promote the football. Hindmarsh. Sando. Out the back to Hayne. He sits it up for Ryan Morgan. He tried to twist away from Sauer, but couldn't. Beau Scott was there to assist. Luke Burt. Now Sando. Ben Craig got in the way of a long pass originally. And now Allwood backs his way towards the goal line. 8 metres out, centre field. Across the face of Moy. Sando runs around, gets trapped around the ankles, promotes to all good. He looks to offload but can't. Merrin and Marchetto make sure of that. The last here for Parramatta. Not the most convincing set attack-wise from the Eels. Here's Hayne along the ground, into the in goal. Nightingale on it. Back into the field of play, and the Dragons survive.
Yeah, it wasn't a great build-up. You know, I like the way that Jared Hayne didn't panic there at the end. Put it along the ground, and now they need to defend hard here, Parramatta. The Dragons are under assault.
Merrin plays it. King gives it to his captain, Hornby. Quick hands from Cooper, now Nightingale. Gets away from Chase Blair, still going, Jason Nightingale. Inside Brett Morris. You won't catch Brett Morris. And he breaks a long drought at Cogra. His first try here in 314 days. Brett Morris loomed and was delighted to finish, but Jason Nightingale constructed it beautifully.
Yeah, good response from the Dragons. All the opening to the second half has been with Parramatta, and that is, you must say, some ordinary defence from the Eels. You know, they've had the Dragons under the pump, and they went down a short side, and they created a number. And it was a lovely catch and pass from Matty Cooper onto Nightingale, who found Brett Morris pushing up in support. And they have gone coast to coast, the Dragons, and are right back into this game now.
He's been in the fullback role since round 3, Brett Morris.
I must say, Matty, this is the frustrating thing with Parramatta. They look good for a period, and then all of a sudden they concede a soft try, and then they allow the opposition to get back into the game. That's another big 10 minutes coming up for them here, because you want to see them respond in a positive fashion, not in a negative one.
Here's Jamie Soward shooting for a mini milestone. He's on 898 NRL premiership points. This to go to 900. Expect him to knock this over. He does. 900 up for Jamie Soward. One of the competition's great point scorers. And they're back with him too, Ben Eichen.
Well, he's an unlikely looking thing when he runs the football, Jason Nightingale, is he? He twists and he turns, he bumps and he shoves, and he doesn't run like a normal professional athlete, but I tell you what, isn't he willing? And there's a lot of players in this competition that could learn a lesson from Jason Nightingale, that it's not so much about talent, it's more about attitude, success at this level.
Here's Craig. The try scorer, Brett Morris, now with 6 tries in his past 5 matches against the Eels at this ground. But his first try here this season, as I mentioned, his first in nearly a year here. Still with some work to do, the home team. Down by 2 points, Marchetto accelerated into the defence. It's tackled by Allgood and Horo. Luke Burt will field the St George Illawarra kick. Tackled by Bo Scott, who chased well.
Yeah, it was going to be difficult for Jamie Soward to find some space there with the wingers dropping back with Jared Hayne. You need to kick away from Hayne. You don't want to give him too much possession. That's good.
Victory here, vital for both sides. Parramatta with just 1 win this season. They need a spark. They need some confidence if they're going to do anything in the back end of this season. And most importantly, send this man out with some much-needed victories. And for St George Illawarra, defeat tonight could see them slip 4 points adrift of the 8. And next Friday night, they play Manly.
Oh, that's a poor kick there from Chris Sando. For the life of me, I can't work out the right foot kicker going the short side on last tackle. Trying the banana kick, but it went straight to Brett Morris. He's over the 40, and the Dragons are on the attack.
King to Soward, now Merrin. In terms of go forward, Trent Merrin third only to Paul Gallen and Tamo. Non-kick returners, the forwards in other words, so he's having some sort of season, Trent Merrin. Here's Cooper. Accelerated towards a hole and was tackled by Keating and Talima Tautai. Soward. Kick off Sando, back into the hands of Hindmarsh, who's picked up an injury as he hit the ground.
I thought Nathan Hindmarsh was limping when he walked back out after half-time. He got into a bit of a trot, and I thought, oh, yeah, he's picked up something there just before the break. But he's battling away.
Well, the latest problem appears to be an arm injury of some sort. It'll take a lot to force him from the field. Here's Tautai. Justin Paul does nothing but run straight into Dean Young. Hayne kicks. Splits the men at the back. And then it sits up nicely for Nightingale. Gets away from Sando. And now Morris. He got away from Paul. So the two men who created the Dragons' second half try involved early in this set. Now Marquette plays it. Through Hornby to Cooper, and he loses the ball. The defence was right up in his face, applying some pressure. It was a difficult ball to take, and Matt Cooper grasped it.
Yeah, he's under pressure there from Chase Blair. He pushed off his line hard, and he's earned his team possession. Good work from the young centre.
And then a good run from Chase Blair, taking plenty of stopping. 2 tries all, and 52 minutes gone. Manor had his leg knocked from under him by King, an important tackle. King, here's Paulo, he sits it up for Paul, and he was greeted instantaneously by Cooper. Sando changes the angle to Hayne, who pushes away from Cooper, still going Hayne. Stopped 3 metres out. The last play for Parramatta. Keating kicks towards the end goal. And it's gone to Ben Crane.
Well, who was flying through there for Parramatta?
Justin Horo. I thought he'd come up with possession.
So did I. I thought it was going to be a miraculous play from Parramatta. But I don't know if there's anything wrong with Chrissy Sando, but he's just not attacking the line as well as he did last season when he was playing for South Sydney. He's a little bit proppy and he's prepared to offload the ball, but he's not going whack and challenging the defence.
Dean Young will play it. Marquette gets within a metre of halfway. Hornby, now Cray sits it up out the back for Morris, who went to Nightingale behind his winger and into touch.
Well, they fancied their chances down that side of the field, the Dragons. They went that way in the first half, but Parramatta were good. They were numbering up, they were using the sideline as a defender, and they scored a 4-pointer early in the second half from deep inside their own territory with a short side raid. But Seo and Blair have defended well tonight.
Ben Ikin